Well, good morning. Happy Easter Sunday to everyone out there. Taking a live look outside over the city. A gorgeous view with the sun high in the sky. Thank you so much for being with us. I'm Shalima Maharaj, and we are joined by Weather Impact Team meteorologist Jaden Knowles. We've been getting so many comments on your suit this morning.
I know. I love the compliments, so keep them coming. I like that. I'm a words of affirmation guy, so I like that.
Absolutely. Put it all out there. And speaking of putting it all out there, obviously some high hopes for what the forecast is going to be looking like as well, too, for people as they head out there.
Yeah, that's right. You know, really not a whole lot of weather impacts out there. We're talking about warm temperatures. Let's go talk about it because I know the Easter bunny is getting ready to lay those eggs out there. So we're talking about the upper 30s this morning as you're getting your day started. Definitely grab that jacket because temperatures on the cooler side, once again, very similar to yesterday morning. We're in the upper 30s as well as the low 40s. 41 at the airport as well as here in downtown Denver. 38 degrees in Central Park, and temperatures statewide noticing the upper 20s as well as the low 30s over towards the eastern plains, even some 40s out there, 20s and 30s in the high country, the low 40s for the western slope. Satellite and radar, we're still been watching those line of thunderstorms. They're finally starting to break up as it tracks through parts of Atlanta and getting over towards Washington. It actually produced some severe weather down towards the DFW Metroplex, Oklahoma, even towards parts of Memphis yesterday. But for us, dry conditions, not even a cloud in the sky this afternoon, so perfect conditions for those Easter pictures outside this afternoon. 67 degrees is what I'm forecasting. And later on in the show, we'll talk about some rain chances maybe in our forecast. Shalima?
All right, we'll check in with you later. Thanks so much for that. Well, to St. Peter's Square in Vatican City, worshipers gathered for Pope Leo's first Easter Mass as pontiff. Pope Leo will also deliver his Easter message and give a blessing. Well, after 3 weeks on the picket line, workers are set to return to the job on Tuesday at the nation's largest meatpacking plant without an agreement in place. A strike involving around 3,800 employees started at JBS in Greeley on March 16th. Workers have been on strike asking for better pay and safer working conditions. JBS said it offered a contract with strong pay, benefits, and a pension. Saturday, the union said 2 days of contract negotiations will still happen next week, so workers will return to their shifts starting at 5 on Tuesday. 9 News spoke to a woman who's been handing out water and food to people on the picket line. Her mom works at JBS, and she says she was shocked and confused to learn the news.
So they were preparing the crowd and the strikers for all of that energy to go back and keep fighting and don't give up. And now it just kind of feels like they gave up.
In an email statement, the union says the company recently doubled down on threatening to discontinue health care benefits and fire workers if they didn't leave the union. JBS said in an email statement no changes have been made to their original final offer, which it says includes wage increases and benefits. JBS says it's negotiated in good faith and prepares to safely resume operations at the Greeley plants. Well, Saturday's round of negotiations between Sheridan educators and district leadership was unsuccessful. The teachers will remain on strike at least for now. Teachers just started their strike on Wednesday this week, but they've been working without a contract since August. With negotiations stalled, they walked off the job. The district closed schools for the last 3 days of the school week as a result of the strike.
We really feel like that we need to stand up for our rights. We feel like we're being retaliated against. They have totally gotten rid of our union or are not recognizing our union currently in the district. And that's just wrong. That is absolutely wrong. And we need to fight for our rights and for the children's rights, as well as we need to fight for school safety. We've had some safety concerns at the school that need to be taken care of.
Well, we reached out to the district for comment. They said in part, quote, the Sheridan School District #2 Board of Education is willing to recognize one or more bargaining units through the recognition process that has been established by the board. We look forward to further productive conversation. Meanwhile, police in Pueblo are investigating the deaths of 3 people. They believe the suspect killed the first 2 and then himself on Saturday morning. Police were called to East 4th Street and North Kingston Avenue at 1 o'clock Saturday morning. They found 2 people dead from gunshot wounds, one on the street and another in a car. While investigating, they learned about a separate incident in Pueblo West where a man died from self-inflicted gunshot wounds. Police believe that man is the suspect in the double homicide. The connection between all 3 individuals is still unclear. The investigation is ongoing. Lakewood police are asking for help identifying a man accused of groping a woman and exposing himself to her. Police posted these pictures of the suspect this week. They say on March 29th, he followed a woman on the Bear Creek Greenbelt on a bike before groping her. Later that day, he allegedly exposed himself to 2 other victims. The suspect is described as a man with a medium build and black hair. He was wearing a black hat and white sweatshirt with a large dragon pattern and dark jeans. If you have any information, you're urged to contact Lakewood Police. Meantime, Wheat Ridge Police are offering a reward for helping to find 2 people caught on camera assaulting a man this week. They want to warn you that the video that you are about to see may be disturbing. Well, this happened on Thursday near West 44th Avenue and Garrison Street. Police posted this video on Facebook showing a man on a white motorcycle assaulting a man on the street. The man on the red motorcycle is believed to be an accomplice. The victim was hospitalized and police say he is in serious condition. If you know anything, contact Metro Denver Crime Stoppers. They're offering up to $2,000 for any information. All workers at the Sloan's Lake Alamo Draft House went on strike this week. The workers are represented by the Communications Workers of America, or CWA. The union released a statement saying they have been negotiating with Alamo for over a year. They say the rolling out of the QR code ordering system was illegally enabled and is putting people out of work.
We feel the system damages not only the experience for the customers, but the experience and the viability of working here for its workers. As time goes on, as tech infiltrates a lot of these industries, people yearn for that person-to-person connection. We yearn for that personal interaction. We're social creatures.
Now, we reached out to Alamo Draft House for comment, and they did not have a response. Now, the Denver Zoo is suing the builders of their new sea lion exhibit, claiming it was built poorly. This comes less than a year after it opened. The zoo claims the exhibit has been dealing with several leaks and cracked areas, rusty cages and hardware, and peeling paint in the animal food prep areas. They also claim the building process was delayed and made more expensive because of design and construction failures. We reached out to the designer, BRS Architecture, and the lead construction company, Vertex Builders, for comment. We have not heard back from either.